Welcome back to FM Story. We're approaching the midway point of season 14. We've already done our third season with Juventus. Things are going well so far, but it's time for the Coppa Italia to begin. So without further ado, let's get into the action. So we've made it to the middle of January and it's time for the Coppa Italia, and it is a Turin derby against Torino in the third round. We ended the last episode with a 4-0 victory away at Salernitana, and then since then we've won every game. We have conceded in every game, but we've won every game. We started with a 5-1 victory at home against Lecce. We then beat Man United 2-1 in the Champions League, Sampdoria 2-1 away in the league, Lazio 3-1 at home, Cagliari 2-1 away, and then, so rather bizarrely, the Super Coppa, and then rather bizarrely, the Super Coppa is in the UAE. So we played Inter on a Friday night and won. We came back to play Fiorentina at home in the league, then went back to the UAE to beat Sassuolo 4-1 in the Super Coppa final, to then come back to Turin for this Coppa Italia third round game. Obviously, this is what the whole season's been building towards. We get a result here, get ourselves into the quarterfinal, and get the Coppa Italia campaign off to a roaring start, hopefully. So, going into this Coppa Italia third round game, this is the team we've picked. We do have some injury issues, so two of the regular first team players in Daniele Vanini and Aaron Gonzalez are both injured and out. And Pascal Jacques, who might have come in for Vanini, is also injured. So Serefcan's going to play on the left side of the back three, and Kusiasari is coming up top along with Andres Ortiz. So they're going with a 4-4-2, and hopefully we can pick up a victory against our local rivals here. So we've got a highlight straight from the kickoff. They've gone out to the left-hand side. It's been cut out by Chablas. He goes past his man, crosses into the box. It's headed away from Ortiz, but only as far as Diogo, whose shot is straight at the goalkeeper. But it's a very positive start from us. Mafreta out to Diogo on the right-hand side. Down the line looking for Ortiz. Gets there. Pokes past the defender, but the defender blocks him off. Poor pass out by them. Diogo into Kusiasari. And there we go. Open the scoring after 4 minutes. We've really, although we've had very little of the ball, we've pressed them. We've won the ball back in good positions. And then we've sprung forward and had a good couple of chances now. And we've taken one of them. Right, Diogo with another throw. Ortiz finds Mafreta. Wide to Diogo with space to move forward into on this right hand side. Crosses towards the back post. It's headed away from Kusiasari. And then they've hammered it up the field. We've picked up the loose ball. Binch into Gutierrez. Into the box looking for Ortiz. And the keeper's made a great save and turned it over the top. Ravella with the corner. Aims for the far post. It's headed away. Ortiz picks it up. And it's out for a throw. And there we go. Half time, 1-0 up. We started the first half on fire, pressed them in big areas, counter-attacked, got chances, got an early goal. But towards the end of the half, they've obviously come more into the game and had more chances and probably should have taken at least one of them. So we sent the same team out for the start of the second half. We've got another highlight from a kick-off here. Mafreta out to Diogo. Back to Mafreta. Ravella into Gutierrez, over the top looking for Ortiz. Pulls it back for Diogo, and it's been turned behind by the keeper for an early corner in the second half. Ravella to take it. In-swinger coming in. Aims to the far post. It's headed clear. Serefcan with a free kick down the line. Chablas back to Serefcan. Gutierrez infield to Binch. Kusiasari, Shablas overlapping. Gave it away, but with pressing, we've won it back high up the pitch again. Diogo now going back with it. Freighter in to Binch. Ravella to Ortiz. Looking for Kusiasari to run for Gutierrez. And he steers it wide of the post. We could really do with a second goal here just to give us a bit of a cushion. Right, throw for them. Space in the middle of the pitch here, driving towards the edge of the box. And luckily it's wild and high and over the top. Right, a corner for them. And they've got the equaliser. And really, that's a tale of us wasting big chances that we've allowed them an opportunity to get back in the game. They've taken it. And now we've got a tough 20 minutes to try and find another goal. And now into extra time. Really disappointing the way we tailed off in that second half. But we've got it all to do again. Right, free kick Ortiz to the back post. Schlüsselberg gets his head on it. Puts us back in front after 7 minutes of extra time. Just deep cross from Ortiz. Schlüsselberg gets up above his man, heads past the keeper at that far post to make it 2-1. But straight from the kickoff, we're going to have a highlight. They've got the ball back with the centre half. They're shifting the ball around, moving us quite well here. Down the right-hand side, cutting in. Diogo wins it back. Serefcan back to Lodovics. He gives it away in midfield. And they're through. And luckily, they couldn't hit the target, but we nearly gifted them a route back in 30 seconds after we scored. Now we've won a header. Ortiz takes it down. Wide, looking for Diogo. Looking for Schlüsselberg down the line. They've gone back to the keeper. And then they've gone long again. This time straight to Mafreta. Into Zafaris. Mafreta again. And Varga. Back to Mafreta. Over the top, looking for Ortiz. He then eventually gets to it. Tonali into Moretti. Diogo in space on the left. Cuts it on his right foot. And the keeper turns it behind for a corner. Tonali to take it. Outswing it towards the near post. It's up in the air. It's still alive. And now they've scrambled it away. And there we are. Half time and extra time. We managed to get that goal, but we've also looked a bit leaky as well. We've got 15 minutes left to hang on to see ourselves through to the quarterfinal. Right, nothing seems to have happened in the opening 5 minutes of extra time here. Nothing in the opening 10 minutes of extra time. We seem to have kind of ridden the wave there into injury time. And there we go, full time. Not the most convincing of victories, but we've come away with a 2-1 victory after extra time to see us into the quarterfinals of the Coppa Italia. Now at the beginning of February, and we have Torino yet again, this time away from home in the league. Things have not gone exactly to plan since the third round of the Coppa Italia against Torino. We followed that game up with a 3-1 victory at home against Genoa. We then lost 1-0 away against Porto in the Champions League. We drew 1-1 at home with Milan, with Sandro Tonali getting sent off just before they grabbed their late equaliser. And then we drew 2-2 away at Copenhagen, despite being in front twice in that game. So at the end of the league phase of the Champions League, we've finished in 7th position, so we've skipped the knockout playoff round this season. And as far as the league's concerned, we are top of the table. We are 2 points clear of Napoli, but we've got 2 games in hand on them. We're 6 points clear of Milan, but we've got a game in hand on them. So we're in a pretty strong position at the top of the table. We've got this home game coming up against Torino, and then at the beginning of the next episode, we've got the quarterfinal of the Coppa Italia coming up against Frosinone. So get through this game, get this episode finished, and then hopefully we can see ourselves into the semi-final of the Coppa Italia for the second season in a row. As with the Coppa Italia game against Torino, we do have injury issues. Vanini is still injured. We're now missing Andres Ortiz and Joseph Varga through injury, who both would have probably been our strongest 11. And we're also missing Sandro Tonali suspended. And Lodovics is struggling fitness-wise with the number of games he's played. So we are pretty weak in defence. There's only Mafreta of the back three starting that would be a regular starter. Going forward, we're a bit more where we should be. Aaron Gonzalez is back up front, for instance. So hopefully we can come away with 3 points here, but as long as we don't lose anyone more before that quarterfinal of the Coppa Italia. As we said, things haven't gone particularly great since we beat Torino in the third round, so hopefully we can pick up a performance here so that we go into that quarterfinal in a bit better form. Shablas with a free kick, lifts it into the box. We've got a head on it, still alive. Keeper saved it on the line. I think we're probably going to get a goal line technology highlight after the highlights finish. Here we are. Obviously, it's not been given because otherwise the game would have stopped well before now. I don't think I've ever seen a goal line technology one actually given in FM. The goalkeeper goes long with the goal kick. They flicked it on. They're in behind. And just horrendous. I mean, that's what comes from missing the players that we're missing, I suppose, at the back. But it's just one long ball. A flick on. I think it's actually Mafreta that ends up playing the ball for Sanabria to score. But, yeah, that was dreadful. Right, Diogo with the throw for us. Binch back to Diogo. He gives it away near their corner flag. And they've tried to pass themselves out there. Moretti picks the ball up. Tries to go on the outside. Ball into the box. It eventually comes to Binch. His shot's blocked. Diogo now going round the outside. Low cross in. Schusselberg barely got anything on that. In the end, it hits the defender behind him and goes out for a corner. Moretti to take that corner. Goes to the far post. It's up in the air. Gonzalez heads it down and they've cleared it up towards the halfway line. And there we go. Half time, 1-0 down. Just a slack bit of defending's cost us and given them the lead in a big local derby. We've sent the same team out to start the second half because generally we've played pretty well, created some chances. We just haven't taken them, and like I say, one slack bit of defending cost us. Right, we made some change at the top end of the pitch to get some fresh legs on to see if it can make a change to how we're doing. It doesn't seem to be doing an awful lot so far. Right, a late free kick for them. We've got a head on it. Let's come back to Nebel. If anything, they're going to get another goal rather than us getting an equaliser here. We're not getting close enough to nick it off them to be able to do anything with it. Although we have won it there. Kim Soo-hyun now driving forward. What a run from Zaferis. Great pass. And we did get a goal. We nicked it in midfield. Found Kim Soo-hyun. Lovely ball for Zaferis. Kim Soo-hyun goes past his man. He's got 2 or 3 closing him down. Lovely reverse ball to Zaferis. Gets himself into the box. Fires across the keeper into the far corner. And picks up a vital point. And there we are. Full time 1-1. Not the best performance. Certainly not the kind of performance we want to take into that game against Frosinone in the quarterfinal of the Coppa Italia to give us any confidence. But we rescued a point. We're still top of the table. We've got games in hand on everyone around us. Things are going relatively well. And there we are, the end of another episode. Things during this episode pretty much have gone to plan. We've done really well. We've tailed off a bit towards the end of the episode since the third round of the Coppa Italia. Hopefully we can pick it up again from the start of the next episode, where we've got the quarter-final of the Coppa Italia coming up against Frosinone. If we get through that, we would have Inter or Sassuolo in the semi-final. Join us next time to see how we get on in the Coppa Italia. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you then.